Hi everyone, Ben Little here from Concord Joe. I guess I just wanted to talk about songs really, and songwriting, and a little bit about guitar and a little bit about lyrics. Concord Joe have had a fantastic year in 2011. We came up with a name, formed a band, did a few gigs, and we're about to be recording in 2012. And recording my babies, which is what I was going to talk to you about today. Songs are actually like babies. They you nurture them. Some pop out quick, some need a little bit of care and coaxing, but I just wanted to maybe share some information about how the songs were written and ideas of how they came about, so maybe next time you do see the band live you'll have more of an understanding of where the songs came from and why I wrote them. Yeah, it was an amazing year. Last year I was able to had an inspirational period where there was about 14 songs written in a few months, which is I've never done before in such a short period of time. One of the problems that I seem to always have as a songwriter is lyrics. As a guitar player and a guitar teacher, I seem to always have guitar ideas, but never really quite was able to capture all those with a good lyric. You know, always thinking to myself, that lyric's already been done and it's been done better. But what basically happened last year was I had this guitar idea, and for all you guitar players out there and songwriters out there, a really interesting tip for encouraging songwriting and maybe getting a new creative bent on what you're doing. The capo is incredible because that changes the guitar sound immediately, but also you can muck around with the tuning, which is actually what I did for Promise I Won't Be Sad, which is the song I'm going to talk about today. Promise I Won't Be Sad was pretty much the song that broke the ice, so to speak, with my the group of songs that I wrote. Once I wrote that, then a whole bunch of songs sort of came after that, so it kind of was odd. Perhaps it was a little bit of divine help from my mother. The song's actually about my mom. She passed away on Christmas Day in 2008, and she was always, she wanted to make sure that the funeral and the wake were a happy event and not sad. So I actually did promise her that I wouldn't be sad, and so that's actually where the line came from, Promise I Won't Be Sad. So I actually had that line in my head for a little while, but as a guitar player, I really love the idea of a melody following a guitar line. So the guitar line repeats or is actually in unison with the melody. So I'll give you an example of that. Now the other thing I'm doing, as you just noticed, I'm taking my E string and tuning it to a D. And that gives my D chord a kind of a much fuller sound, which you wouldn't get ordinarily. Some fine tuning now, because the capo tends to make the guitar go out of tune a bit. We've got this drop D, which makes the guitar sound a bit bigger. Okay, so an example of a melody following a guitar line is something like Norwegian Wood, which is one of the sort of first songs I learned. And where you have a melody line that goes, the melody just sits on top of that. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. So I've always been intrigued with that, the idea of following a guitar line. So the guitar line that I actually was mucking around with was this. So it's a drop D, capo 4. Actually put that melody line in with the chords and you end up with kind of the melody inbuilt. So once I actually added that line, promise I won't be sad, the rest actually then started to fall out. So I had promise I won't be sad, thinking of you I know that all of the love you had, hugging me like a blanket. So that's pretty much the gist of the song. I was very lucky that the words sad, glad and mad all rhyme, and they're all very emotional. They kind of all fit in the chorus. But then a song obviously, well, not always, but it's nice to kind of break away from that section of a song. So one of the lines that also sprang to mind was that, which is the first line of the song. It took a while, I never knew what to say. I knew one day I would find a way. That's pretty much the truth. I wanted to write about my mom. You know, she was my mother and my best friend, really, apart from my wife. And I knew I wanted to write something for her and about her, and it just, nothing would come out for quite a long time, years. But anyway, this one particular day, everything came out, and you know, as I said, maybe she gave me a hand in that. But it was certainly inspiring, because then a whole slew of songs came out after that, which is why Concord Joe exists, actually. That's had to do something with these new songs, these new lyric ideas. Alright, listen, I just wanted to share that with you. I'll probably be doing another update soon I'm basically going to tell you about every song that I've written, share a little bit of guitar information about how it was written, and some maybe interesting stories about how it was written and conceived, and that's about it. So yeah, for those of you that are interested in watching this, thank you for watching, and as I said, very soon, next week or the week after, I'll talk about another song, and we'll go through all the songs that are going to make it onto the album, so you can understand what they're all about and why I wrote them. Cheers, see you next time.